See, when I do the countdown, I get in trouble. I'm sitting here with my countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the FBI comes knocking at my door.
What is it you pray for?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Sorry about that, guys. Had a slight technical difficulty, but welcome to the show tonight. Um, things are gonna be a little off. Hold on a second. I'm getting an echo. All right, with that fixed. So pretty much, tonight is one of those nights with us yet again. Um, for those of you not in the know, I got a call from Sam about 20 minutes ago. His internet is completely out, and I kind of had to make some had to call audible to what we have planned tonight. 'Cause, and it's not his fault. Um, but the show must go on, and he and I we didn't want to cancel tonight, especially not this close. We just like he's asked me if I could go ahead and pull it. Double maybe by later on. Don't know. Um, I think Nomi's got she's at an event, and Amira Marin may not show up. It depends on if she's working or not, or she's been in court or whatnot. So it is what it is. But I'm here. You guys are here. We'll make the best of it, right? I mean, that's what we do on Abyssal Musings. So with that said, let's see. Let's see who's in the chat. All right. Oh, looky who's first. I mean, this guy is always first. He's first every day, which is appropriate. So, hello to Mr. Knight. Um, he doesn't count. Zillage, welcome, welcome, welcome. Jacob Gallo, Andy Pickle, welcome, welcome. And let's see, who else? Who else? Clue, yes, I have a mic. Clue. Beak, good evening, my friend. Yes, sorry, no, no Sammy, no Sammy tonight. But if his internet comes back up, he's definitely gonna stop by and kick in. He is not. That man is not a slacker. I mean, he hates taking time off, especially from his own channel. In fact, there's been times where that man he's been on, and just as you guys will find out after the fact that I might have been asleep half the half the stream, or a few weeks ago, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I fell asleep pretty much 5 minutes into it. There's been times where he's put you guys on hold and ran off and because he was sick and was running and burying his head in the toilet and came back before anybody even knew what was going on. But of course you do. It takes a village to call shenanigans. Oh man. But anyway, so here's the plan for tonight. I scoured the internet as I always do. Um, Now, Sam and I, we had discussed making changes. We didn't want to focus on news so much because this is supposed to be a pop culture channel. But we're always looking to switch things up, try to keep things fresh for you guys so that we're not stuck in one mold. Because let's face it, by the time we come on, anything that's happened in pop culture, I can name at least two shows off the bat that has been on since, if you're on Eastern Standard Time, has been on since 6 p.m. Right? That we're talking about those very things, and I usually watch those shows while I'm, you know, going over our show tonight or putting the final touches on our show or maybe changing some things up. And so I don't want to spend, 3, 4 hours listening to someone else talk about a subject and then I come on and I talk about it because now basically I've spent half my night dealing with it. So, you know, and said the struggle is real sometimes. The struggle is real doing a podcast, but Sam and I, we love doing it. And we appreciate you guys for coming through. And so we always want to push and do our best for you guys. So, with that said, tonight I did have to pull some news articles. Well, looky who's here.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry I was late.
himself. I'm just kidding. I was, gonna- I was just telling him I had to pull an audible tonight, man. Uh, and Sam and I are trying to, we're trying to pull back a bit on the news articles. I don't know if you heard what I was just saying. I'm not gonna put them back through. It's just how it is, man. I mean, there's so many shows. We have friends that are YouTubers that pretty much they cover pop culture every week and they do it so well. What am I gonna say that somebody else hasn't? By the time we come on.
Yeah.
So today I did find some interesting articles to pull out. Um, and Devil, if you're up for it, I pulled up the Twine website and figured we could play a couple of choose your own adventures, and we might have to. And we, if there's time, then we've got another. We can pick another trivia game. Like I said, I wanted to do something a bit different, and actually tonight was supposed to be round two of Monsters Ball, but Sam needs to be here for that. We don't like to do it without you being here. So I got to give him the same courtesy. But I do want to show you guys something. Um, now, sure, I can't speak for Sam. I'd love to have sponsors. We don't have sponsors. Maybe someday we'll have sponsors. But with that said, and this program tonight is not, I repeat, not sponsored by Quack Off Duck Whiskey.
What? Is this a legitimate product? What?
Yes, it is. This is legit. This is a legit product. I thought it wasn't. It's real.
Like, I don't. Okay. Like, seriously. Like,
It-
there's two kinds of whiskey drinkers. There are people who drink whiskey, cheap whiskey, because they just want to get drunk, and then there's the people who really appreciate the whiskey, and those kind of people, I don't think would buy a duck-shaped bottle. I just like I don't see Bradley Burnett who spends like $7,800 on bottles of whiskey all the time, going, yeah, sure, give me the duck looking fucking one, right?
so you're saying this is like the southern? This might be in the Southern Comfort variety of whiskey.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just don't. Okay,
I've
that's
had
the
the
weirdest thing.
displeasure. Now I don't know. I have no idea what this tastes like, and I don't drink. Um, I've tried it. I've tried alcohol a few times. Beer is fine with me, but I just, maybe every once in a while. But the hard liquor, I just can't do it. But I had the displeasure of trying Southern Comfort, and I've never been so sick in my life. That stuff, that was just the nastiest stuff and I'm sorry, to whoever makes it, but I I did not understand how my roommate at the time could drink that. You know,
Yeah. Does it say how much this costs, like retail?
let's see.
The finger.
Now, and I hate to say this, but somebody out there has got some ideas of what to do with that finger.
Maybe.
Let's see. You can fill it with whiskey. Okay, so you can fill it with whiskey, wine, tequila, cold
Okay,
brew.
so all right, I get it. So it's a decanter. It's not the actual like whiskey. It's something you can just fill it with the whiskey you want. Is that what it is?
That's what it looks like. It says
Looks like AI to be honest, but
yeah, it says a quack off duck whiskey bottle is a high quality hand blown glass bottle shaped like a duck flipping the bird. Um, you can fill it with whiskey, wine, tequila, cold brew, anything that deserves to be served with a side of sarcasm. So, so yeah, I mean, I guess you can put anything, you can put whatever you want into it.
well, if it's a decanter, if it's a like a refillable bottle you just pour your whiskey into, then sure. Yeah, no, if you like ducks. Um I
There's
thought it
your
was an
price.
actual like expensive ass bottle of whiskey sold in a duck bottle. I was all like, that's kind of fucking weird, man.
Well, that's what I thought too, but it says right here it's for sale for $39.99.
Yeah. Uh, Like I said, I guess for like if you have a man cave and you want to flicking off duck, then great. But yeah, no.
Well, I'm guessing these they probably just press this onto the duck. I bet you when the duck gets mailed to you, these these freaking the whiskey, the whole tabs, I bet they're not on it.
Yeah. Probably not.
Let me see, check availability. Let's see what this thing says. Rated excellent based on 9,980 reviews. Available in multiple versions to match your vibe. Multiple versions, huh?
Okay, maybe that's the sticker. Maybe it's all like if you drank a lot of Crown, they'll put the crown on top and the freaking sticker. Maybe that's what they mean by your vibe.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, look, this is a legitimate art form. I do have a friend that she has a bachelor's degree in, and messing with doing all this stuff. So it's tempting. It's very tempting. I know a few people that would like this bottle, and so would their kids. That's the problem.
Well, the thing is now they've gone so elaborate with those. Like I've seen ones that look like a freaking like AR-15 essentially. Like I've seen ones that are just the middle finger, and you pour out the top of the middle finger. I mean, I've seen a ton of different ones. So the more elaborate ones have gone more common now. Um, I I don't drink often enough, and I usually am drinking socially. I don't drink too much just chilling by myself. I don't have enough money to, buy like sipping whiskey that is, smooth and type thing. I drink the shit when I have to. Uh, so yeah, I don't need a decanter, but I mean I respect the whole if you're into ducks, yeah, dude, buy one.
Yeah, duck you. You know what the shame is, man, is that if you lived almost anywhere else in the country, save somewhere like New York, you could probably afford a good bottle of whiskey if you lived anywhere else, just about.
Well, the like you don't even have to put like a ton of money into it. There's pretty legitimate decent bottles of whiskey that aren't massively expensive. You just have to really enjoy it. And I drank mostly for fun and stuff like that when I'm with a group of friends. Uh, I just I don't see the point of getting drunk when I'm just sitting by myself and shit. Usually that just depresses me. And I'm like, so yeah, but if I ever did have a setup of some sort of liquor to offer people who stop by something to drink, I don't know. Like I said, there's some pretty cool decanters out there, and that seems pretty cool.
Yeah, give him some Crown Ducky.
Yeah, it's weird, but I'm
I
serious,
mean,
man.
I'm tempted to buy it, man. I really am.
Yeah. Like
I
what
you
would
know,
but why? What would you even put in it?
well, it would be a gift for a friend of mine.
Okay, I was all like, man, dude, $30 for something you're gonna fucking put iced tea in? That'd be kind of weird,
No,
man.
no, no, no. The one I'm sitting into, he has a full bar.
um,
That dude, and he loves whiskey. He's got. I know now. Yeah, I'm not a. Of course, like I said, I don't drink and everything, but I know that one of the bottles that are sitting on his little bar, I know it costs at least $200. Easy, easy. So, because he puts it all the way in the back, and he surrounds it with other bottles, and then I mean, you should see what he's got. He's got alcohol inside, skull decanters, you know.
yeah,
So, and with his brand of humor, he would appreciate something like that.
yeah. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of ducks, so um, is like it's funny because now you have all these people that have like I don't know, like people claiming animals. Like my nerdy home, I think really likes turtles. Like she's obsessed with turtles. I've seen people obsessed with frogs. So I think each person kind of chooses like a weird animal nowadays and just. But I have no care for ducks. I don't care. It's like the least important animal. I'm sorry. I really
Well, they're like
don't.
violent little suckers anyway, man.
Yeah. Like I'd be more happy if it was like a little rat flicking, people off, then it might be more appealing. But seriously, ducks are, I'm indifferent about them.
Yeah, I have to say the same thing. I mean, I don't hate ducks, but not my favorite bird. Now there is a bird that I can't stand. I mean, they're beautiful birds, but they are mean little suckers, and they fly in from Canada, and they come over here to where I'm at, and then they start procreating, and man, they will walk their babies across the street, look at you like you're doing something wrong. I'm trying to remember what type of bird it is.
I
I've
like
seen some of them wait at the crosswalk and wait for the light to change.
I like how you're talking about these birds like they're fucking like the migrants or some shit. Like they come over from Canada, they start making their babies, they're just walking in front of your fucking car.
Yeah,
Deport them.
see, I tried. Zillage, exactly. Canadian geese. Zillage knows
There you go.
exactly what I'm talking about. Those little birds they are mean. They will, man. They will run after you, especially if they think you're coming after the kids. They will chase you, nip at you. I mean,
Yeah.
ugh.
Birds in particular are assholes, man. Like seriously, if you have a pet bird like a freaking cockatoo or a parrot or whatever, they'll fucking pick fights with your dog and shit. They're just mean fuckers. And wild turkey, holy crap, those fuckers are crazy. They will
Oh yeah.
start fights with anything. You could have a fucking goddamn axe in your hand and they'll fucking try to start shit with you. We have them around here, and yeah, they'll stock up on your property like a gang, freaking 12 of them, and just be like trying to intimidate your shit out of you. So I like I'll have to go to work and I'll go out, then they'll be in my carport and I'll be like, fucking get out of here, you sons of bitches. I gotta try to get rid of them because I don't want to run them over and have to clean up turkey carcasses after I get home. So they're
I thought that
bastards.
was just man, I thought that was just where I'm at. I mean, I've seen turkeys, running down the highway. We were barbecuing last week, and we looked up and there was a turkey buzzard circling us. I've seen right, in fact, right in front of my house, some birds were screaming and running for their lives, and I look up and I was like, whatever that is, it's too big to be a hawk because there's hawks over here too. And I just really got to look at it, and I was like, "That's a golden eagle."
Mm, illegal birds. They're all
Yeah,
members of gangs.
exactly. Yeah, turkeys are aggressive too.
Yeah, very. And like I said, and it's not just that they're aggressive. They try to freaking fight out of their weight class. Like most animals, unless they're in a pack or something, they won't take on like a fucking full grown man. They'll look at it and be like, "Nah, I'm cool."
Yeah.
When you're that more bigger than them. But a turkey, even alone, will fucking sit there and try to fucking roll up on you and start shit with you. Just one turkey. And like I said, around here we get them in like gangs, like flocks of like 12, 13. Just fucking shit.
You ever get in your car and just aim it at them? You know, just give them the old west warning. Just rev the car, play some of that Clint Eastwood music, that doo-doo from when he used to do the westerns, and just put it in
Like
gear and go.
like I said, I'm not against running one of those fuckers over, except for I don't want to have to clean up the body after.
Yeah.
Uh, and not to mention around here, it could attract other animals. We have bears and shit, so yeah.
Oh
If
yeah,
I
yeah.
leave
You
a
don't want
dead
that.
turkey on my driveway, I might come home and there might be a bear just chilling in my driveway eating the fucking what I did.
Like, hey, thanks for the meal, buddy.
Yeah. We have bears, we have mountain lions, we have wild dogs. We got like some dogs that become like fucking feral out there, and yeah, they like you have to be careful with your trash. You leave your trash out, bend down at the fucking road. Sometimes you'll get some of these fucking dogs that are just like wild, just ready to fucking attack anything. It's shitty.
Yeah, and wild dogs could be dangerous, man. I mean, I've seen a lot of like wild pit bulls just they'll attack children, anything. Like you said, there was a video I saw a few weeks ago. This guy was on his bike, and two wild pit bulls came running out of nowhere came running off of a farm. And it's a good thing for him that he was going fast, but they were keeping up with him. I mean, he was moving as fast as he could, and they were on both sides of him. And you could tell they were trying to get his rear tire to stop him, but they couldn't. So because he kept going as fast as he could, and so one of them sped up and tried to get his ankles, and he couldn't do it, and then they just gave up. But they chased him. They probably chased him maybe about I'm gonna say 4 or 5 blocks before they gave up.
Yeah, it's funny how fast dogs can like kind of revert back to more wild about them.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, like I said, here, I think it was just a bunch of dogs that have been abandoned or whatever, and yeah, now they go up into the freaking hills and shit, and yeah, they'll come down and like I said, scavenge for whatever's being left out or whatever. And yeah, they're mean as shit. I've been warned by multiple people, you got to be careful. You leave your trash can out and overnight or something, and if you come out the next day, they'll be aggressive, like territorial towards it because they smell food, and it's just a dangerous thing. But I haven't had to see them though, so at least there's
Well, do
that.
you know
But
what kind of dogs they are?
supposedly it's just a mix of a bunch of different ones. Like I said, they dog gets abandoned or whatever, and I guess joins up with them or some shit. But there's supposedly a half dozen of them, and they're fucking people scared to death of them. Like I said, I haven't seen them, so I can't say exactly what ones they are, but supposedly they're just, you know, dicks.
Nobody has a 12 gauge.
No comment.
uh, but you know, moving forward, right? So I came across this. Now there's a longer video of it. So you talk about birds that I don't like. It's definitely seagulls. And apparently, I guess somewhere in Great Britain, uh, they have a annual seagull screeching championship. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. So so check this. Watch this. So they they interviewed this lady, and it's a whole it's a whole thing, man. I mean, they probably I think it was about a minute long. I I don't want to get Sam's channel taken down. He's not here, so I'll have to mute it because there's music. There's music in the background, and YouTube's been pretty finicky. Like almost everything that I've been showing has been getting hit. Sam's been getting hit with claims like left and right. In some cases, over the people that are doing the claims don't even own what they're trying to claim, but they like
Yeah.
copied it and then just sent on a claim. They're like, well, this is ours or whatever. Like even with my channel, I use one of the tools I use is Clipchamp, and with the subscription, you have authorization to use their music and stuff like that. Well, YouTube, I just automatically hit my channel. They automatically hit my channel, and I was like, I'm authorized. I'm using a paid license to use this music in background. And but they were just like, yeah, there's no effects, there's nothing, no negative effects against you or anything. And I was like, then why are you hitting me? Like it's not a copyright strike. Okay, then why are you striking my channel? Or why are
Yeah.
you?
Well, they do that all the time with me because the pub opener uh and then my closers use music and stuff. They'll hit it, but they just allow you to use it. It's essentially just them saying that we notice you're using music you don't necessarily have the rights to on those occasions, but it has no negative effect towards you.
Okay. But that's the thing though. How would they know? You know what I mean? It's like shoot me an email, ask me, hey, are you authorized? I'd be like, I'm paying for a service. The music is in the service.
Yeah.
The people who created those music scores created it for Clipchamp. So, and I uploaded my video to YouTube through Clipchamp. So evidently, I'm authorized to use it.
Yeah.
But in any event, as you can see, man, she's got. Oh, look at that mouth, man.
Like, oh, God, there's this question I had saved to possibly use on the pub that said something like, what's something a woman does that makes you instantly unattractive to her? Right there. That's it. That is
I mean, her lip.
that's creepy.
I'm
Just
not
creepy as
dissing her, but
shit.
her lips don't even look real. Her lips look painted on.
Yeah, I mean the yellow lipstick or face paint or whatever the hell.
Yeah,
It's just it's creepy. Her eyes look weird. I wonder if she has contacts in maybe. But that's
I
just
I think those are her eyes, man. Let me see. Hold on.
there's not even a single thing sexy about that.
Oh, that sucks. Now we gotta wait for the commercial. Let me see. Hold on. All right.
God damn.
People think seagulls are annoying.
Some people hate them. They see them like rats of the sea. They scream,
Some
Do it this way.
people,
screech a lot. They
most people, like
He's like
99% of people.
he's like they poop on you.
Well, we started like 6, 7 years ago with less participants. Then it was a Belgian championship. Now it has really grown to a European championship with 14 countries. It's amazing.
I came from Denmark just to win the European Championship in seagull sound.
Here's where I gotta put this out. But this is just crazy, man. Look,
They
Look,
oh my god. They have a video I just recently saw that had a freaking seagull swallow a freaking squirrel. Like
what?
yeah, like I was so surprised when I found it because I was like, what the fuck? It literally grabs the squirrel, lifts it up, and just like slowly starts letting it go down, gets the whole damn thing in. Uh
Was the squirrel dead or alive?
Squirrel was alive when it started, I believe. Like, I don't think the squirrel thought it was in any danger. I think the bird was approaching. It's all like, "Oh, fucking seagulls! I hate those bastards." And the seagull just decided to fucking swallow the son of a bitch.
It doesn't say. Are you sure it wasn't a pelican?
No, it wasn't a pelican. It was a seagull. Big difference in pelican and seagull sizes. No, this was a seagull, and it literally ate the damn squirrel. I bet if I looked it up, I can find it. It's weird.
Yeah, let me know. Look it up and we'll show it. In the meantime, I'm gonna get us down to the next video. So we haven't seen this in a long time, which is bears, bears. When I least expected, I always find an article about a bear or a video. So this bear got snuck into this family's backyard and got on the slide.
It's having fun.
Oh,
He
he's
looks like
looking at
Shadow from the
Zuzu,
back.
it says.
This must be Zuzu's
Or
place.
Dermy. That's Dermy.
Is he gonna go down the slide?
Dermy.
Oh my gosh. There he goes.
Little black bear. Oh, Lapo is saying, "Is this your seagull video?"
Oh, yes. Can you bring it up?
Let's see if I can. Shoot, I don't know how.
Because yeah, when I found it to see if I can find a clear one. Because
Hold on, let me. I don't know why I did all that.
yeah,
Position.
you put in seagull eats and it automatically comes up. Let's see. I want to try to see if I can find a good one on YouTube.
Oh, here it goes. Moment a seagull swallows a squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, this is a good video too. It's definitely got some dermy action going on. Yeah.
Yeah. Straight up.
Let's see. I don't know. That squirrel ain't moving, man.
Well, when you're that far down the throat, I think you've kind of accepted your fate.
The creature.
Like, I mean, I know they eat trash and shit, but that's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
That's fucking weird, man.
A seagull eating. Now here's the thing too. That squirrel didn't. I mean, that seagull didn't figure out how's he gonna fly away.
I wonder, cause yeah,
And,
that's an awful lot of weight to add to you.
and are squirrels even normal to their diet?
I don't think so.
Let's see.
I mean, like I said, I always saw them as freaking like, eating the trash that you left around.
Or
I
snatching it
didn't.
right out of your hands.
Yeah, I mean, I thought if they ate anything, when they're not eating trash, it would be bugs or something like that. I never thought they would be like straight up like a hawk or some shit and eating a fucking woodland creature, That kind of really surprised me, but obviously it had no problem with it. It wasn't like it was all like, could I eat this? Couldn't it was all like, fuck yeah, I'm down in this thing.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. So here's the AI summary. What it says: seagulls are opportunistic feeders and will eat a variety of food. Of course, their diet primarily consists of fish, crustaceans, and small invertebrates. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, while seagulls may occasionally scavenge on land, they typically do not hunt mammals like squirrels. Yeah, tell it to that one. So that one seagull must have been hungry as hell. Squirrels are generally too large and agile for the seagulls to catch. That squirrel had to been dead, I think. Instances of seagulls attacking small mammals are rare and usually involve young or injured animals. So it might have been hurt. Seagulls are more likely to scavenge on carrion or human food scraps than to target squirrels.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the squirrel, yeah, like maybe the squirrel was dead, just lying there, and it's all like, hey, not gonna let it go to waste, right? And
And
save
that's
it
the other thing
alive.
I'm reading too is just the opportunistic nature. I mean, it could have been a dead or injured squirrel, and he's like, "Hey, I'm hungry. This fool can't move.
Yeah.
Free lunch."
Yeah.
But now you
I
can't
heard.
fly off. Now you
I
can't fly off because you just eaten a squirrel.
I heard squirrels good eating, so
I guess I'm not testing that one.
it's not like out of all the kind of stuff that you see people eating, I'd eat squirrel before I eat a lot of other stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, long as it's cooked and shit, yeah. Like if somebody was all like, yeah, make like I'm eating squirrel before I'm eating possum. I'm eating squirrel before I'm eating probably gator. But yeah, I mean,
Well, Sam would disagree with the gator. Yeah, Sam would definitely
yeah, he
disagree
said
with
that's
you
good.
on that. Remember, he likes anything reptilian.
Yeah, Sam likes eating everything.
Yeah, he does.
Which is odd because he'll literally sit there and tell you about there's a restaurant near me that serves all kinds of meat, and I love eating all these weird ass meats, and no one wants to eat and all this shit. But if you ask Sam if he eats ass, he won't eat ass.
Yeah, I think it's disgusting. Yeah,
I'm sitting there, dude. You're like so fucking. You're such a sleut, and yeah, you won't eat a girl's ass.
yeah. I remember him telling me like he's like basically when it comes to bedroom activities, I'll just say it like that. He's as straight laced as it gets, and I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm not sure I buy that. But okay, I was like okay, but
yeah.
uh, but
Eat a
yeah.
skunk's behind, but he won't eat a girl's behind. Damn prude.
He'll get he'll get head from a boa constrictor, but he won't. He won't get. Oh man! Now this next clip I found. This speedboat flipped midair 200 miles an hour and still won the damn race it was in.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh,
Landed upright.
can you imagine if it was one of those speedboats that didn't have that didn't have a cover, like you're just flat out. That
Oh, yeah. Then your
that
boat's
person's
going
gone.
down.
Yeah, that
uh,
person's gone.
no, like it's funny when you get up to a certain speed, the smallest amount of air. Like, do you watch like NASCAR racing,
Yep, I've
stock car
I've
racing?
actually been to I've been to a few NASCAR events. They're fun as hell. People do
Mm,
they are fun. I love
my
going to
dad
NASCAR.
my dad's been on race teams. He's been a mechanic his entire life pretty much, and so yeah, he's been on a ton of different race teams. You'll see when they're driving around the track, there's a little hatch on the roof that will pop up every once in a while.
Mhm.
The sole purpose of that is to not allow air to get underneath the car and catch it like a sail. It's to release the air because when you're going at such a fast pace, the smallest amount of air catches underneath something, it will lift it right off. And if you didn't have that, you get a little lift, catch some air, and those cars would go right over. So yeah, that's actually a hatch that's designed so when it catches the air, it can get out the top of the car and not flip them. So yeah, when you're dealing with a boat like that going, just as fast, yeah, it catches a little bit of air, it becomes a sail.
Now,
It,
is that just any? This might be a stupid question. Is that just any car, or is it particularly NASCAR?
no, it's the NASCARs because to cut down on weight and stuff, they're very the bottom isn't solid. There's a lot of gaps and stuff, so they can catch the air a lot worse than a normal car would ever be able to. Uh, but yeah, no, it's just the aerodynamics of it. Uh, I've seen cars flipped from not having that. Uh, but yeah, like if you watch old like old races, clips from old races,
Hmm.
you'll see a car that'll bump another car, and then that car will just like upend and like flip midair and stuff. Sometimes it's
Yeah,
not the impact. Sometimes it's it just getting enough lift that it catches the air, and that's what takes the car over.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So
That's scary, man.
now they've worked those hatches in specifically to prevent that from them becoming a sail.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. Being a NASCAR driver, any type of, race car driver, that stuff's dangerous, man. Even and my hats off to your dad too, because I've even heard stories of drivers losing control and driving right into their pit crew.
Yeah. He was working on a crew down in it was in Stockton at Stockton Speedway. And I actually got to go down in the pit crew with him, and the driver he was pitting for was his name was Robert, and he came into the pit because he got hit on the freaking right side uh, by somebody coming down off the wall essentially, and the tire was stuck. And so I was like, I think at the time I was like 15, and they're all like, grab the tire and turn it. So I'm sitting there at 15 like trying to pull this tire out, trying to get it out because it's seized in there, and it ended up cutting slicing me pretty bad on the frame. And yeah, but it was always fun going down there and then being down in the pits and stuff. It was, yeah, it was, like I
That sounds
said.
awesome, man. Sorry you got hurt though.
Yeah. Well, like when you're doing it, you're not even really paying attention. So after I was able to get the wheel turned, and I didn't even notice it till I was all like, "What? Why is my hand warm?" And I noticed like blood just coming down. And I was like, "Oops." Yeah.
How'd your father take that? Well, I mean, he's probably had a couple himself.
Dude, he was like, "Here's some duct tape. Deal with it." Uh, I mean, he's one of those guys where like he could practically rip his finger off and he'll just like, put a glove on it and wait till the end of the day to deal with it. He's been burnt by freaking when the radiator cap blew and he got his whole arm covered with like burns from the boiling uh liquid, and yeah, he still stayed and finished. He's just one of those guys that does that.
He's a man's man. You don't
Yeah.
see that much. You don't see much of that anymore. But now speaking of catching air and rolling over, and it's actually a perfect segue into this next one. So this tractor trailer rolled over in Texas and spilled millions of dimes onto the Texas highway.
Oh
Like
shit.
they so I saw a little bit of this. They were like in the grass trying to clean it. It was like 80,000 dimes. Let me see. Turn the sound off. So they got the hose and they're just out there just picking up dimes.
Is
Imagine.
this Are you playing it like because you didn't add it to stage, dude?
Oh,
Yeah, we're not seeing anything.
now here you can see them in Alvord, Texas. That's all dimes, man.
Jesus.
80,000 dimes they spilled. Oh, And it was in the tractor trailer. Well, it looks like the top ripped off.
Like that'd
How?
be
And it was like when I read the total, it said it's I think it was like $800,000 in dimes.
love to get a hold of that much money. I wouldn't want to fucking have to sit there and roll up that many dimes.
Man, that would be a headache. Can you imagine trying to take all those dimes to like a bank or somewhere? No way in the world they're gonna no way in the
That's
world they're gonna even let you put that in the bank.
Oh yeah, they would. Like I think they actually are required to, but they would probably like it's funny because some of the places will require you, like I said, to roll them, to have them in the rolls, but then they have to take them out of the rolls to put them in the stupid machine that counts them. Uh, yeah, it's because it's legal tender. So banks
Right.
usually have to legally accept it. I believe,
But they'll
but
they'll
still.
make you miserable.
Oh
They'll try
yeah,
to make
they'll be pissed.
80,000 times. All right. So our next one, we're going back to the birds. I don't know what it is about birds tonight, but it's just birds and bears. So a woodpecker has been going around a Massachusetts neighborhood breaking people's breaking their mirrors. It's been pecking the hell out of their mirrors and breaking
Damn prick.
them. There you go.
And we're dealing with a woodpecker that likes to break mirrors. We've had close to 25 mirrors in the last 3 or 4 weeks broken. I know this my one on my truck has just been replaced, but my brother had a couple. All of the neighbors have had 2 or 3, so I think we were up to 25 last count. Initially, we just noticed that all the mirrors had been adjusted. It looked like maybe there was a child in the neighborhood that was going around pushing the mirrors down, but that's would be very unusual here. And then we noticed one morning my sister-in-law came out and she saw a woodpecker on my truck actually pecking at the mirror and noticed that it was broken. And then she noticed that there was a couple others that were broken as well. It's fun. It's been a fun story. I guess it's a distraction from all that's going on in the world, which is kind of cool. Nobody's really angry that the bird's breaking the mirrors, but it is it is a little bit of a nuisance. But nobody wants any harm to the bird. He's welcome to come back anytime.
No shit on that. I'm killing the fucker.
Likely a male. It's mating season, and he thinks he sees competition in the mirror, and he's trying to scare it away.
Well, that's exactly it. Like I think there's only a handful of animals that can comprehend looking at their own reflection. One of them is what do they call them? Not crows. The bigger version of the crows. What are those?
Ravens?
Is it a raven? I think it might be a raven. Anyway, they can see their reflection and realize that they're actually looking at themselves, but most animals can't. So yeah, that's exactly it. He sees in a mirror and he sees another woodpecker and gets aggressive.
That's
And
got to
he's
be what's going
yeah.
on. I saw a silverback gorilla charge at a mirror. Somebody placed it in the woods on purpose and filmed the gorilla challenging itself in the mirror and not realizing that it was looking at itself.
Yeah.
And then it just charged the mirror and bounced off of it.
Yeah. They've done that with a bunch of different animals. I've seen it with elephants. I've seen it with I think it was a leopard or panther or it was a leopard, I believe. And yeah, every single time the animal sees itself and it thinks it's being, you know, challenged or some shit. And yeah, but
We're gonna say the woodpecker is Sam's ex. It's his ex's pet.
mhm.
Can you imagine if Sam came out there and the damn woodpecker was messing with it? See, even Aaron remembers that. All right, let's finish the video.
Some of them are, laughing like we are. They're not angry with him. He's just doing his normal bird stuff. And unfortunately, it's costing us a little bit of money, but it's kind of fun to see. It's something that we hadn't seen here for forever.
That
Well, I
fucking
just hope that they
house.
wouldn't hurt the woodpecker, because woodpeckers have to do what woodpeckers do, especially during mating season. And you see, look at yourself in the mirror. Sometimes you do have to peck at that mirror. You don't like what you see.
Yeah, we've actually had to take down a couple of trees because they've punched so many holes in the trees. That was last year.
Well, he is a
But yeah,
woodpecker.
they do occasionally. You see them on the side of the house pecking away at the house. They don't last very long there though.
That one house they were
That's what
showing on the freaking right there with the big ass green lawn was
Mhm.
fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's the music that goes with the Woody Woodpecker cartoon.
Woody's over there. Now look, I don't want any harm to come to the little bugger either. But if that thing's outside damaging my mirror, no, he's gonna meet my cat. He's gonna meet my cat real quick.
Fuck that. He'll meet my gat. What the hell, dude? I'm sorry if you fucking and I'm not like a hunter. I don't like to kill things for no reason and shit like that, right? But I do have a short fuse when it comes to pissing me off. And so yeah, if the fuckers out there breaking my windows or just, you know, banging on a tree all night, I'm killing it. Everyone's gonna be like, "Goddamn woodpecker," and also they're gonna hit a pop, and that fucker's never gonna be seen again.
They were like, "What, devil? What are you doing? Don't do." I am the devil anyway. What do you expect?
Yeah, yeah. You keep me up, you're a goner.
All right, so we'll give you guys a choice because we're actually making good time. We can either do a choose your own adventure. I have no idea how long it'll be, or we could do a trivia, or we could do both. Now I know you've got Beelzebub later, so
Yeah,
so I wanted to leave the decision up to you. How did Chewbacca get his Wookiee book?
dude. I thought the same thing. I was sitting there going, "Oh my god, the tree's got a vagina."
Sure did. All right. So, what would you like to do?
Uh, no, you get to pick, man. Shit. As long as you don't, it can be done in an hour. We got an hour.
All right. Well, we'll pick one. We'll pick one, and then
My gender, Jesus Christ.
what? Okay.
One of them is my gender. My gender is a fish.
Let's just go with the trivia because I have no idea how long those what you call are. What do you think? Movie trivia?
Sure, let's do that.
Movie quotes for something. How many? Easier 3 minutes. Oh, MGMs. You
That
had me
might
at
be one I'm
hello.
actually good at. I'm pretty good with movies.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try this one. Doop. All right. Traveling through space ain't like dusting crops, boy. Han Solo. Oh, come on. We know it's Star Wars,
Yeah.
and we know that. Let's see. Houston, we have a problem. Jim
Apollo
LaBelle.
13.
All right. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
1979. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo, signing off.
Alien. These are all way too easy shit.
These are way too easy. The United States government just asked us to save the world. Anyone want to say no? Harry Stamper.
Armageddon.
Armageddon. This is insulting. It's so easy.
Yeah.
By Grabtar's hammer, by the sons of Warvan, you
Galaxy
shall
Quest.
be. Uh, he's a man from outer space, and we're taking him to a spaceship. Elliot. Well, can't we just beam him up, Greg? This is reality, Greg. Uh,
E.T., I believe.
E.T. All right. You see their young enter through the ears and wrap themselves around the cerebral cortex. This has the effect of rendering the victim extremely susceptible to suggestion. Later, as they grow, follows madness and death. Khan. We know who that is. Wrath of Khan. As if we're
Yeah.
not going to figure that out. I've just been down the gullet of an interstellar cockroach. That's one of 100 memories I don't want. K.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. It's bonus question time. What kind of travel is featured in Alien, Star Wars, E.T., and all these other wonderful movies? Time out of body, train, space.
Space.
Submit my damn answers. Well, I'll be
100%.
doggone. Yeah, I'll be doggone if we didn't get everything right. These are
That
dope.
was the lamest test. Who made that one? Like,
I don't know.
is there a
But
place for comments you can put? Damn, dude, that was weak.
like, yeah, this was. I mean, they said it was easy though. It is. These are also real. I was gonna buy one of these last week. You know, you and I, we know a certain green-haired woman who was in the Marine Corps and would probably like this cup.
Is she short and often annoying?
Yeah, I mean, in the cup is probably taller than her too. So I'd have to get this one.
I'm
And they
not.
always.
You're not sharing that picture. No one can see what cup you're talking about.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Doing it
no,
again?
it's still on the test screen thing.
Oh yeah, that's right here. Oh, hold on. Share this time instead.
There we go.
Yeah. See, that's a Marine Corps one. I'd have to get that one. Why they always got to get the better looking stuff? And then the Army stuff, they just make it look like that.
I'd get her the Navy one just to piss her off.
The Air Force one. Shoot, the Navy one, I guess wasn't worth looking at. All right, so that was unusually easy.
Yeah. Way too easy.
Way too easy. Let's try. How about a horror mixture?
Sure.
All right, we'll do one or two more, and that'll be it. All right, 80s horror. In what film do we first meet Angela Baker? Who the hell is Angela Baker?
Oh God, I know her
Oh,
name.
um, I know the answer, but let's see if you in the chat know it. If Pickles watching, he probably knows.
Angela Baker. God damn, I know that name.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that Friday the 13th? Right?
Nope.
One of the girls wasn't called Angela Baker. Okay,
Mm-mm.
which one? Because I'm.
It's Sleepaway Camp.
Oh God, it's been such a long time since I've seen that. I wouldn't have got it.
Let's see. Aaron said Motel Hell. Let's see. What fictional town is A Nightmare on Elm Street set in? Redwood, Ohio, Riverwood, Ohio, Springwood, Ohio, Greenwood, Ohio.
Wasn't it Greenwood?
Mm,
Or was it Springwood?
no, it's not Greenwood.
Then it has to be Springwood. No. No, it's Ravenwood. Ravenwood, because it wasn't the sanitarium in the last Frey versus Jason wasn't called Ravenwood.
Well, remember Freddy versus Jason.
Ravenwood.
I don't think they were. No,
They were in
they-
his town. They were in
they
his
were in
town
his
because
town.
remember he was bringing Jason to the town to get all the kids to remember him because he wanted to come back.
That's right. I could have sworn it
So I
was
thought it was
Springwood.
called I thought it was called Riverwood Sanitarium, but maybe I'm wrong. It's been a
I
while.
mean, we've got a redwood, we've got two greenwoods. You're saying Riverwood. I'm not sure, but you know what though? I do know this. The
It
street
has
that I
wood in
live
it.
on. Oh no, the street that I live on. You hit a,
Mm.
you go down. I can go out, hit a right onto my street, go to the first light, hit a left. The third street is Elm Street. I kid you not.
Well, that's why they chose Elm Street was because it's a very common name for
Yeah,
a street. A lot of towns name their streets after trees, so they got elm, spruce, oak, and so yeah,
yeah. BTK is saying spring. Devil, it's your choice. What do you think?
I'd go with whatever the majority says. Like I said, I've watched Friday the 13th a ton, the entire series of them. I've only seen Nightmare on Elm Street through maybe twice.
Well, it looks like Greenwood is the majority because I have no idea.
Well,
So we'll go with that.
that was my
We'll
first
find
choice.
out.
So
JFK was shot on Elm Street.
was he?
That's crazy. In the film Hellgate, a magic item can be used to bring the dead back to life. What is this item? I've never seen this movie. I have no idea.
Okay. Magic crystal, magic stone, magic sword, magic box. Every girl likes to think she has a magic box.
Shoot, some of them are true. Some of them are right.
Of
I know one that was right. That's why I got two kids.
course, every dude likes to think he has a magic sword. So, I'm saying magic, either stone or crystal. Which one do you think?
Um,
I mean, I haven't seen the movie either, so I'm just guessing. But I'm gonna say it's either magic stone or magic crystal.
I think choosing between those two is probably the crystal.
Okay, let's go magic crystal. Magic wand's not an option.
In the film Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge, which actor played Eric? Tom Fridley, Rob Estes, Derek Rydall, or Pauly Shore?
Well, it's not Pauly Shore.
Nah, it's definitely not Pauly.
I'm not sure. Another one I haven't seen. This is a perfect one for freaking Sam.
Sam, yeah.
He's watched all these deep horror movies.
Where is Sam when you need him?
Yeah. Let's
Aaron is
go.
saying Rob. I'll go with Rob. Fine.
Yeah, let's go with Rob.
All right. Which Baywatch actor appeared in Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Michael Newman, John Allen Nelson, Billy Warlock, or Gregory J. Barnett? I haven't seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which, by the way, is a dang good movie for its time.
I've seen it a ton of times. The problem is I'm not good with names. I don't remember them well enough, so I can't tell you the actors' names. And I don't remember anyone in Baywatch the TV series very well, so except for the girls, obviously. So damn if I can tell you. What about the chat? You guys know?
I think everybody's stumped, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Only
It's
three actors. Only know three actors from Baywatch. Well, Billy Warlock was one of them.
well, then I'd go Billy Warlock. Shit, just if it's the only one we.
Yeah, it has to be Billy Warlock. He's the only one that I recognize that was in Baywatch. Who directed the film Chopping Mall? Wes Craven, Jim Murray, Clive Barker, or Jim Wynorski.
It
I'm
wasn't.
betting. Mhm.
Uh, it was the same guy. Was it? No,
It
it
was
wasn't.
either
Okay.
Wes Craven or Clive Barker.
No, it wasn't Wes Craven. I'll go with Clive Barker
All right, let's get a chat a minute. See what
because
they.
I'm really sure that Wes Craven did not do Chopping Mall.
Yeah, because chopping. It sounds like something that either Craven or Barker. It's the name. It sounds like something that either one of them would do. You know.
Yeah.
Um. Well, Aaron, we can't put them both down. Um.
I'm giving you another chance, Aaron, with that earlier pick of yours. We know how you let us down last time on trivia, so
Yeah, Aaron.
we're taking a risk here.
Yeah, you picked us up and then you let us down.
Yeah, I would go Clive Barker, but that's just me.
Um. Yeah, two Jim. Aaron said Wynowski. Okay.
Mhm.
Which Baywatch actress appeared in the film Christine? Oh, I know the answer to this one.
Man, a lot of Baywatch actors in
Hmm
D-list horror movies.
Well,
Well,
Christine is a
Christine isn't. Yeah, Christine's not really D-list.
yeah, but I know exactly who it was.
Okay.
Let's see what you guys think. I'll just go with everybody else because I like I said I know the answer.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a choice. All right, I'll help. It's Alexandria Paul. You see, in the film Chud, what does Chud stand for? Cannibalistic human undead dwellers, cannibalistic hairy unclear dwellers, cannibalistic half-dead underground dwellers, or cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. I'm guessing the last choice.
Yeah, that's the one I would go with.
Yep, even though everybody said the last one. In The Return of the Living Dead, which actress plays the role of Trash? Beverly Randolph, Jewel Shepard, Lenny Quigley, or Kathleen Cordell? I have no clue, and I've seen that movie so many times. I don't remember any of the girls being named Trash.
I would say either Beverly Rudolph or Kathleen Cardell. But
Hmm. Mm, gosh, see, I don't know. I want to say Lene Quigley, but I'm thinking it's Trash. It was Trash the. No, she wasn't the redhead. Um,
the one that dances naked?
yeah, it gets turned into a zombie.
Might be.
Uh, Jewel, the most white trash name. Aaron saying Quigley. All right, Aaron, we gonna trust you. What do you think, Double?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
George Clooney appeared in Return to Horror High. What was the name of his character? Tommy, Johnny, Peter, or Oliver? I haven't the foggiest. I've never seen Return to Horror High.
All of them are so basic bitch names. Go with Tommy.
All
Just
right.
shit. Yeah.
Submit the answers. Sleepaway Camp. It was so I was right. It was Springwood. Okay. We got Magic Crystal right. Rob Estes was wrong, Aaron. It was Derek Rydall. Oh wow. Okay, I was wrong. John Allen Nelson. All right. Jim Winorski. Jim Winorski was correct. Wow. Alexandria Paul was correct. Chud was correct. It was Lene Quigley. Yep. Okay. And last one, the name
Oliver.
was Oliver. Alrighty. Well, folks, that is going to be it for tonight. Devil, you got anything you want to plug in before we head out?
Yeah, check out me over at the pub here in an hour. Sam's shitternet means he won't be there, but yeah, it should still be a good time if everyone wants to drop by.
Right.
Otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on.
Yeah, and for those of you who have never checked out Devil's show, Bell's a Pub, check it out. It is great content. You won't be disappointed. As for me, um, I released I released the first video of my AI series Detective Clue. So that's up. I am right now I'm inputting the script for episode 2. Uh, and I think I'm gonna release 2 and I'll probably do 2 and release it tomorrow, and then 3 I'll release sometime next week. And I've got some other stuff on the works. Uh, next Friday, next Friday was supposed to be the day that we were gonna do the choose your own adventure I've been working on, but because Sam's not here, and tonight's Monsters Ball was gonna be a good one, Devil, because it was the Thing versus the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold off on the choose your own adventure, and we'll do this next week. We'll do the Monsters Ball, and we'll add something else into it.
Okay.
Alrighty. Um, other than that, thank you everybody for coming by and hanging out with us for a while. We appreciate you. Sorry, this episode is a bit short, but believe it or not, when we first started, I mean, our original plan a few years ago was not really to go more than an hour, hour and a half at the most. Uh, but we're happy that most of the time that doesn't happen. Tonight it is ending on a right note, a high note, and like I said, thank you guys, and remember, it could always be worse. You could forget the punchline.